Yesterday, President Biden announced that he is in fact in favor of carving out a filibuster exception in order for the Democrats to codify Roe versus Wade into federal law, thereby protecting the right to an abortion of every single person in this country. Little too late, right? But at least, of course, Biden is out there saying this. And the reason I say it's too little too late is, of course, because right now we have a 49-50 Senate. Democratic Senator Patrick Leahy is out indefinitely, so Democrats only have 49 votes versus Republicans 50. And if you think you're going to get a single Republican to cross party lines in order to, destroy the filibuster and then codify Roe, you're kidding yourselves. So this is not going to happen right now. But I don't want to diminish the fact that Biden, of course, has changed his tune on this issue. And the reason he did it is because of public pressure. That is 100% what happened here. The people out in the streets, the people online, everybody speaking out against the Democrats' complete lack of action on this issue. That is why President Biden changed his tune. For the longest time, Biden had not been in favor of reforming the filibuster. He had not been in favor of codifying Roe, even when he was a United States Senator, even when he was a vice president in the Obama administration. They didn't think it was important, didn't think it was necessary, thought, hey, it's a waste of time, folks, don't worry, Roe's not going anywhere, you're all overreacting. Well, they weren't. And last Friday's ruling proves that. And that, of course, is when people got angry. But the anger wasn't only directed at the United States Supreme Court. It wasn't just directed at the Republicans in the country who actually did this. A lot of that anger was directed at the Democratic Party itself because they continuously, repeatedly, not just failed to act, but told everybody else that they were overreacting to a threat that wasn't even a real threat to begin with. Democrats, and I think Biden obviously at the head of that, understand now that this is not going to be the major midterm issue that they would like it to be, at least not in the way that they think. Because voters are pissed off not just at Republicans, but at the Democrats as well. And if the Democrats continue to do nothing about this issue, they're going to lose a lot more voters ahead of the midterms. Even with as angry as people are at Republicans, they're looking at this and they are saying to themselves, why would I vote for these Democrats who don't even take this issue seriously? Why am I going to show up for them? All they've told me in the past week is I got to send them more money, $10, $20, $30, whatever I can afford to elect more Democrats to once again, what, do nothing? That's why Biden changed his tune. I don't think he had a change of heart. I think he read the political landscape and changed his opinion on the issue based on that. And while that's not necessarily how we want things to go, it does show that the man is in fact paying attention, or at least his advisors are. Somebody close enough to him is. And that's why we have to keep pushing. That's why we have to keep fighting. We haven't been able to push him on a lot of the issues, but on some of them, like this issue right here, codifying Roe, this may be one where we're able to push him far enough to where he actually gets off his butt and does something, pressures the mansions and the cinemas and all the other, moderate, anti-choice Democrats, forces them to do the right thing in this one instance. It's a long shot. I make no, I have no delusions about that. It is an absolute long shot. But right now, it's the only shot we have.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.